Okay, so I have 5 minutes. 5 minutes and 41 seconds. Okay, I know. This is, I have to read this really fast. 2 Kings 6, eyes to see. Okay, this is really interesting. This is about Elisha's time and Naaman's time. This is before Jesus Christ. Naaman had to go in the river to wash his disease off 7 times, and he's like, I don't want to go in that dirty river. And the young, was it a girl or a boy? Servant person? How full of his own importance he had been. Okay, but one of the servants said gently, if he'd asked you to do something hard, you would gladly have tried it. Why not follow his advice when he asked such an easy thing to go into the river to clean off his, I don't know, do you have leprosy? Okay, then the next story is, once more Syria and Israel were at war, but things kept going wrong for the king of Syria. Someone kept telling the king of Israel his most secret plans. There must be a spy in the palace, he grumbled. We are all loyal to you, his officers assured him. It is the prophet Elijah who tells his king everything that's going on. Then send the army to seize Elijah, the king ordered. A strong Syrian force was dispatched to Dothan, where Elijah was living. When Elijah's servant went to fetch water next morning, he was horrified. The whole town was surrounded by enemy soldiers. He ran to Elijah with the bad news. Whatever shall we do? He asked in panic. Don't be frightened, Elijah said. There are more fighting on our side than on the side of the enemy. Then Elijah prayed, Oh God, please open this young man's eyes. When the servant looked up again, he saw a hillside all around was covered with horses, chariots of fire. God's angels were protecting Elijah and his servant too. When the Syrians closed in to attack, Elijah prayed again, Oh God, please close these men's eyes. The Syrian soldiers suddenly found that they could not see. Elijah went forward and offered to lead them. He took them straight to the king of Israel. Only when they were safely inside Samaria did Elijah ask God to give the Syrians back to their sight. The king of Israel was delighted. Now he had his enemy at his mercy. Shall I kill them all? He asked Elijah excitingly. Certainly not, Elijah said. Give them a meal and send them home. How surprised the terrified soldiers were to be treated to a royal feast by their enemies. They went home with different feelings toward the people of Israel. There were no more raids against Israel after that. Okay, so Elijah had faith. And Ezekiel, these prophets, when God called them, I don't know which one it was it Ezekiel? He had to get purified. I guess he needed to clean up his life a little bit. I don't know, maybe he was with prostitutes or he was drinking too much or smoking. I don't know. But this book is interesting, okay? Anywho, how is everyone? It might have stopped. Let me see. It's going to stop it pretty soon. It was, I don't know if that was snow. Someone said it was sleet. It was pouring and I was half asleep. It woke me up and I went out to my back deck and that's why I'm like, what is that? And then my phone just went off and someone's like, I don't get it. Well, I live in Santa Cruz, California. We don't get that. And it is freezing. This is one of the coldest winters and rain and all that. So that's what that was all about. 'Cause I do make very odd videos. Okay. So anyways, I just thought this was interesting. And I was watching what a beautiful woman. Live Free, Live Simple. Her and her husband make videos. She got really sick. She's getting better. And she'd always do videos with Tea with Jesus. I love that. That's so cute. She's a very sweet person. I guess that's all I have to say. Oh, the Trumpster. It's still going. I don't know because it says 5:41. I think that's a bunch of, who cares? She's a stripper. Guys, he was a Hollywood guy. They would go to those places. I can't believe that. Why don't they go after Biden?